Right, hello. So this is for my YouTube channel, and I thought, since I was discussing Angel's case, but in the bigger picture of healing, of therapy, of treating imbalance, there she is, of treating imbalance, which is basically why anyone seeks therapy of any kind. Either there's something physical going on that will have an emotional effect, and it can come from an emotional place, and it will be affecting your mental health and well-being to varying degrees depending how long it had been going on. So as you can see, there's Angel, and she's happily eating her herbal breakfast. So holistic health is where, as a practitioner, whoever that's for, whether it's whatever animal, including we're animals, so whichever animal we are looking at, I'm looking at the physical, emotional, mental and spiritual well-being. Spiritual because I work shamanically, so that's always important to me, and it's where I come from. And you don't have to believe. Angel doesn't believe in what I do. There's no belief system involved, and this is why I like to show you the effects of working with animals, because it's not placebo. There is always an unknown quantity, so you can have a practitioner who does exactly what I do, all the varying kinds, could have learned from exactly the same people, but they won't be me, and I am not them. So the factor that's different is my energy, me. The factor that's different with them is their energy and them. So if you haven't seen Angel's first Reiki video, do look at it, because the clicking of her both her front legs, which is what that clicking was from, I mean, is shocking. And it wasn't something she'd had a long time. It was literally as a symptom, a sign of inflammation, because her left hoof, I'll just use layman terms, her left hoof was compensating for the injury in her right hoof, and she'd had an abscess which had then developed. It got better and then came back again, because I went against what I normally do, and I used a natural product which unfortunately was clay based and got drawn up into her hoofs. So then a small amount of abscess meant the vet had to it was a disaster. But best intentions. I'll stick to my what I feel is best. See, always follow your gut. And so, oh bless her, you see, so that's showing me that she's happy with that. She's relaxed. Is that nice, darling? Yeah. Now, you're going to see. Actually, if I go this side, it's easier. There you go. You're a good girl, Angel. So she's in the same stable where I brought her part way into her first Reiki session. And you could see, as she walked from one to another, how uncomfortable, well, she was in pain. And the thing with pain, as a practitioner, what you want to do is you don't want to get rid of it completely, because your body creates an inflammatory response because it's injured. And the whole point of it is to alert the being to the fact that it needs to not move it much. So I'm always very conscious of wanting to maintain a little bit of something, so that acts as a safety valve to stop her going too fast or doing something that she shouldn't, and to stop humans. No point in getting rid of all the pain. You go out and play 18 holes of golf and you enjoyed it so much you did it twice, and then you can't walk for 2 weeks. So it's all about degree. So the journey with Angel, if you look at Angel now, even if you're not horsey, she's untethered, so she's looking relaxed. Her hind leg, if you can just about see on the video, is sort of bent and that means she's relaxed. Yes. Any flinches are because of flies, and there aren't many. And her eyelids are sort of gently beginning to close, and her breathing. So she had a nice yawn after her meal. That means she's going, oh, that was good. And she's now going to have a nice relaxing time. And she won't mind me being here. Second-hand gold is still gold, as Pat Pirelli says. And now that front hoof that she just moved, that's the one which has the internal injury. And so what she did then, oh, there we go again. So you see, she's comfortable, she's just moving, yeah, getting more comfortable. And the thing, I mean, if you've watched my previous videos, she's licking and chewing again, so she's relaxing even further. Yes, darling. Is a few days ago, I think it may have been yesterday even, when she was walking around the paddock, it was so much more noticeable, the fact that her joints weren't creaking. And today they're creaking far less than the first day. There's just a little bit there. So as a practitioner, over time we train to see, hear, sense and feel things that a lay person most probably wouldn't pick up on, because the more we've used that skill through our careers, the more developed it is, and it's very important in our work. Yes, there's a good girl. So that's another sign of her really relaxing. I'm going to go and rest against the... There you go. There you go. So, on my video where I pointed out that I haven't used Butte, I used it the first day because the Butte substitute I used was coming. We'd already been waiting for a while because we couldn't get it. So as soon as we found out from the x-rays that Angel had broken off piece of bone, that was it. Went straight in, and from the emergency cabinet I gave her a Butte. I mix it with herbs that will compensate for any possible side effects. So I mixed it with herbs that will soothe the gut, line the gut, support it, as well as herbs that do many other things. So she had 1 sachet last Monday, she'd had and half a sachet on a Tuesday in the morning, and then during the day the Butte substitute arrived and I gave her a big dose of that, and she hasn't needed any Butte since. Medicinal Butte, which is fantastic. I'm pleased with that. There we are. So she's yawning again. So good, darling. Yeah. So that's one happy horse, considering, you know, she's on a healing journey and a healing path. And I heard that. And so when I go out and check her every morning to see what's what and what do I need to do and what does she need me to do, I go in with an open mind, regardless of how she was before. Because if I don't go in with an open mind, what I've observed each day along her journey could cloud my judgment, because I would be expecting. And I don't want to expect anything. I want to be a blank page so I can really look at her and observe her holistically, and how is she feeling? How is she responding to me? How is she in her responses to me? I'm obviously looking at the physical incapacity and how has that changed, which is exactly what I do it with humans. I do it when I'm working with the trees. Oak, I've been working with, and I'll talk about that in a different view. In a different video. Because I respond to what I see, what I sense, what I feel, what I hear. And that's the same even as if I'm working with a building. So, the healing path, I will, after the Reiki I do with her today, I will really look and observe her, because I have a whole catalogue of pictures and videos of before, during and after. Really not for anyone but myself, because I want to look back and I want to see what a wound was immediately before I did an hour and a half or 2 hours of Reiki. And especially when it was an open wound, with like when our large dogs had TPLOs. Gosh, when they come back from the vets, the inside of their hind leg looks like a lamb joint. It's dreadful, but over only 3 or 4 days, the Reiki brought the bruising out and completely dissipated it. And that's what I show my students, because it's important to see. I'm not interested in getting into any philosophical arguments or any arguments at all, really. And I believe that the best way to really show what can be done that isn't placebo, that's why I don't do anything or talk when I teach about Reiki or vibrational medicine. I use the animals. I use our dogs, I use our horses, the miniature horses. Even if you're not horsey, the miniature horses are so sweet and gentle. And of course, you can just observe, which is exactly what I'm doing it for. And I guide and I point out and I help train you for your future careers, or even just to be able to help your immediate family and your loved ones and your pets. In lockdown, as a practitioner, we have practitioners, because you should do, because we need to be physically strong, mentally and emotionally balanced, because we're helping others. And it doesn't matter if it's animals or people, for both. It's about self-care, self-love. It is literally healer, heal thyself, because it's important for me to walk the talk, because otherwise that's not being genuine and it's not acting with integrity, because you have to believe in what you do. Otherwise, don't do it. Do something else. And that's something I can help with as well. Anyway, so on this channel, I'm going to do little snippets like this, because it's just more helpful to get it in chunk sized, 15, 20 minutes. And so just to finish off, I was moving into discussing the healing path again. So regardless of how pleased I am with Angel and how pleased Angel seems to be with her present state, every time I walk in and see her, I am wanting to see what is, not what I wish there was, or not what I hope there is. I just want to see, sense, feel, and hear what is. And that's what healing is all about. Where are we now on the healing path? regardless of where we've been. So I hope you're enjoying this journey into healing, and I hope it's maybe opening your eyes, or introducing you to, or helping you be more aware that there are always other ways, other avenues to health and well-being. And when you see it being done with animals, you know that what you're seeing is a genuine response. And once you've seen it several or many times, you can begin to assess in your mind that it's worth investigating, because it really, really is. So thanks for watching, and thanks for checking in with Angel and seeing how she's on her journey, because your energy directed with her out of positive interest, and even checking in with her. Check in with love, and that will really all connect to all the other messages of love that she's getting, and help all the other horses, because she's part of a herd, and we all entrain as a family. So our energies all link, we all benefit. So thanks very much. Enjoy.